Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a fragrance tag video. This is the I Love Perfumes tag, and I saw this video on It's MJ here on YouTube. If you don't know who she is, definitely check her out. I'll leave her channel linked down below. She is a absolutely stunning fragrance YouTuber who is just very down to earth. I like the way she describes her fragrances, and she talks about some less expensive fragrances, also mixing it up with some more expensive fragrances. So I think you'll like her, so make sure you check out her channel. Now, she said she did not create this tag, but she got it from like Spanish YouTube. I don't speak Spanish, so she's the first English person I saw to do this tag. She didn't tag me, but that's okay. I'm still gonna do the video anyway. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in seeing what I chose for all the categories, then just keep watching. So the first category is favorite celebrity perfume. Now for me, this was pretty easy. I'm not too big into celebrity fragrances, so I only own a few. I think I own two. Actually, I own three. So to me, this one was probably the easiest question out of the bunch, but my favorite is definitely Ariana Grande Cloud. Now, we've talked about this several times, so I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on this, but it's a beautiful, like, cotton candy coconut type scent. It is said to be a dupe of Baccarat Rouge 540, but I don't necessarily agree with that. But I do think it has some similarities to Baccarat Rouge 540. So if you like that, you will probably like this one as well. But this one does have a bit of coconut to it. So if you don't like coconut, this probably won't work for you. But this is just really lovely, very airy and light, but still sticks around. So it's one of those fragrances that when you put it on, I feel like you may feel like you don't smell it, and then you'll catch a whiff of it an hour later, and it's kind of plays a disappearing act on you, but it's still there, you know. Hopefully y'all know what I mean, but this is absolutely gorgeous. If you have not tried this, please do. So the next category is your 3 favorite fragrance notes. Now for me, my 2 favorite were probably really easy. My third one, I don't know, it was such a toss-up because I like so many notes. So let's just do the first 2 first. So vanilla and almond. I don't know which one beats the other one out, but those 2 are my absolute favorite. Those 2 embody quite a few of my fragrances. If you haven't seen my almond video, go ahead and check it out. I plan on doing a vanilla video too, but I was waiting on a perfume that I just received. So yeah, make sure you keep an eye out for that one too. So those are my top 2 fragrance notes. For my third fragrance note, that one was really tough for me, but I think I'm going to say Orange Blossom, because I've noticed that quite a few of my fragrances feature Orange Blossom, and I haven't really smelled a fragrance that is based on Orange Blossom that I don't like per se. Now there are certain fragrances that I don't love with Orange Blossom in them, but I haven't found one that I like hate, if that makes sense. So I think Orange Blossom will be my third favorite note. Next category is your favorite spring/summer scent. And for me, I knew this one as soon as I saw the question. It is Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. This has been a favorite for me for the past few years, ever since I got it. I typically only wear this in the summer or spring, but this is like a coconut beachy scent with floral, tropical flowers in it. This is like the most sophisticated beach scent that you can find. This is for the woman who is on a yacht or at a super nice resort and she's kicked back. Now, I wouldn't wear this to the actual beach, but it is a beachy smelling fragrance. Hopefully that makes sense. But I wouldn't wear an expensive fragrance like this to the beach. And I don't really think this is like the most beach appropriate scent, but a vacation appropriate scent, definitely. The next category is the one that I probably had the most trouble with, and it is perfume you hate. I can't think of one perfume that I actually like really hate. I don't know. I can't think of one that I hate. If there is one that I smell like at a counter or something and I hated it, I probably just exit out of my mind, to be honest. So I couldn't think of one that I absolutely hate. So I decided to share one with you all that I recently sold that I don't hate it. I liked it, but I did not like it enough to keep it. No, I didn't really like it. Let's just be honest. I didn't really like it, but I didn't hate it. and I could see how it could be appealing to some people. So the fragrance that I'm talking about is Versace Crystal Noir. And I bought it because I heard it was like a tropical nighttime scent and that coconut was in it. But they've reformulated that fragrance so many times that maybe I got a different formulation, because the one that I got smelled like gardenia and it was very like sharp. It wasn't smooth, and I don't really like sharp floral scents. So I sold it pretty much right after I opened it and sprayed it on myself one time. I was like, no. Like I let it sit on my hand and, you know, smelled it like a few hours later, and I just could not get with it. I had to wipe it off. So yeah, Versace Crystal Noir. I really thought I would like that one. It really surprised me that I didn't. So the next category is Love at First Sniff. And for me, this was another hard category because I have quite a few Love at First Sniffs. Like, I blind buy most of my fragrances, to be completely honest with you guys. I like it. I wouldn't recommend it because I know it's very risky. But I honestly really like the surprise, and I like to look up the notes, and I know what notes I kind of like. So most of the time when I blind buy a fragrance, it ends up working out for me. Let's not toot my own horn, but toot, you know. Yeah, this was hard for me to pick because I have a lot of love. So I figured I would just share this one because I remember when I actually got this one and I was like super happy with it. So this is from by Kilian, and this is called Love Don't Be Shy. And this is like orange blossom and marshmallow. It is really sweet, but it's so good. I think there's some cherry in it too, or almond. This is really nice, y'all. Really nice. And I definitely think that I'm still in love with it as much as at first sniff, because that's the thing. There's a lot of fragrances you fall in love with at first sniff, but then you actually wear them and it's not so great. To me, this one just keeps getting better. So yeah, Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. Next category is most long lasting. And if you've been watching my videos for some time, you may know that for me, a fragrance being long lasting is not like the end all be all. I don't need a fragrance to last 10, 12 hours. So I don't really put emphasis on that, but I know a lot of you all do, and some of you all have asked me to share my most long-lasting fragrances, so let me know in the comments if that's a video you want to see. But for the purpose of this particular video, one of my most long-lasting scents is this one from Maison Francis Kurt de John. Probably said it wrong, but this is Grand Soir, and this is an absolutely gorgeous amber scent. It is unisex, but I don't know, I feel like women and men can pull it off equally well. I know a lot of people say it's a little bit too masculine for them, but for me, I love it. And yeah, this lasts literally all day. I can spray this on in the morning and I can still smell it 10, 12 hours later when I get ready to take a shower. So yeah, this one is very long lasting and it's potent, so you really don't need a lot of it, which is good because this is an expensive one. So the next category is most sweet, and honestly, the by Kilian could have been the answer to this too, but I decided to share a different one. And this fragrance is a newer one to my collection. This is from Panah London, which is a niche brand, and this is called Strawberry Delight. So this is what it looks like. And y'all, I wore this the other day. It is so sweet. This smells like strawberries and chocolate. Really sweet. So much so that I feel like it won't work for a lot of people because it could be almost that point of being sickeningly sweet. Not to me, but for others, I could definitely see that. And I definitely think it smells sweeter when you first apply it. So it's so good, y'all. So when I first applied this, it does smell really sweet. And when I wore it the other day, I was almost thinking that maybe I overdid it because I just smelled like so much strawberry and chocolate, and it was hot that day. But it settles into your skin and kind of like mellows out some. But yeah, this is definitely the sweetest fragrance in my collection, and I love it. The next category is best clone, and I don't really buy clones per se. I don't think there's anything wrong with a good dupe. I don't think there's anything wrong with like clone houses, but I don't know. For me, I know if I really want a fragrance, then I'm probably gonna end up getting it anyway. So I feel like if I do buy a clone and then I end up still getting the real deal fragrance, then I kind of just wasted my money, you know. So the one that I have, I don't know, it's not like from a clone house, it's just from a regular like designer fragrance brand, but this is Sunset Riot by Allsaints. And I did talk about this in my Baccarat Rouge 540 video. And this is supposed to be a dupe for the Eau de Parfum Baccarat Rouge. And I love it. I think this is a really good dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. Now this is a bit lighter and a bit fresher. So I don't think it's like 100%. So it's not necessarily a clone per se, but I think it's really, really close. And if you don't want to spend money on Baccarat Rouge, I definitely think that this one is worth a pickup. This is like $79, I believe. But they sell it at Nordstrom, so you know you can always use Nordstrom notes or whatever. And this is a 100 ml bottle, so yeah, I really like this. I haven't tried like any of the like Dua. I know Dua is a big like clone house, and Alexandria. I have tried some stuff from Be Layered, but we're not gonna talk about them right now. So anyway, the ones that I've tried from Be Layered, I don't have like the actual perfume to smell to compare them, so I went with one that I absolutely knew for sure, and that's this one. So the next category is a fragrance that every woman should have. And for me, I almost didn't want to mention this fragrance just because I feel like I've mentioned it quite a lot since I got it. But I had to stay true to the tag, so it is none other than Mon Guerlain. And I know it looks like I haven't used it a lot, and that's because I have a ton of perfume, y'all. But I do think this is a fragrance that can work in any occasion, any time of the year. And I think that, I don't know why any woman wouldn't like this. It's nothing polarizing about it, but it's still unique enough that, I don't know, it doesn't just smell like any run-of-the-mill fragrance, if that makes sense. So it's lavender vanilla, but it's done in a more feminine way. And it's a sweet scent. Almost like it may have like caramel or something in it too. So it's sweet, but not overly so. So I just don't think this would bother anybody. And I definitely think that every woman could find a use for this. Like this would definitely be something that could be like a signature scent for somebody. So the next category is last purchase. And this one I'm not going to talk too much about because I'm actually in the midst of filming a first impressions video. I'm testing this one out for you guys. But I will share the actual fragrance with you. I'll show it to you. And this is from Amouage, the niche fragrance house. And this is none other than Sunshine Woman. And I believe this is probably their most popular female scent, just because from what I've heard, it is probably the most easily worn from their fragrances. So a lot of people like it, even if people are not really into niche. But this is what it looks like. I love the bottle. It is glass. When I've been seeing this on YouTube, I honestly thought it looked like plastic, but in person it definitely looks a lot better. So it is gorgeous in person. So I'm not going to spend any time on that because, like I said, I'm doing a video on it, but that is my latest acquisition. So this next category is evening summer date. Now for me, when I go on a date, I pretty much wear whatever I feel like. It doesn't matter what season it is for me. But I know not everyone is like that. But I always feel like at night I can get away with those heavier fragrances, no matter if it's super hot like where I live or super humid. I still feel like I can get away with them. So I did want to play along though. So for this category, I chose the fragrance that I actually wore the other night. It's not technically summer, but it might as well be. It's in the 80s and 90s, so yeah. So I'm gonna show you guys the fragrance that I wore the other night for my anniversary date. And I feel like this is a good choice because if you're like me and you go on a date and you want to smell like a snack, like that's always my goal, then it's typically gonna be something sweet for me. And this is definitely sweet, but it's not overpowering at all. So this is Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One. And this is like a caramel bomb, y'all. It smells really, really nice. So it's caramel, I believe, and maybe praline, if I remember correctly. But it is really sweet, but it has this sparkling quality to it that keeps it light. And it just makes it smell really yummy. Really, really yummy. So caramel is pretty much what I get when I smell this, and it's really done very nicely. And I definitely think you can wear this during the daytime, but it could be a bit much for summer days. So for summer nights, I think this will work perfectly. And I don't know any man that wouldn't like the smell of this. Like, this is yum. So the next category is wish list perfume. So what's on my wish list? I keep an ongoing wish list. This is it on my phone, y'all. Y'all see how many perfumes are on there? But some of these I've never smelled. So some of this is kind of like a to smell / to buy list eventually. So I guess I'll pick one that I've smelled before, and that would be Louis Vuitton Contre Noir. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it is this nice like oriental vanilla. Go smell it next time you're in a Louis Vuitton store. I smelled it in store one day. I was in there with my husband and I fell in love, but I've never worn it. I have a bunch of Louis Vuitton samples because they always give you perfume samples if you buy anything. But of course, that's not one of them. So that one is definitely on my wish list. I don't know if I'll be getting it anytime soon because I kind of want that to be a gift from my husband. So maybe for my birthday or something. But yeah, that is definitely on my wish list. All right, and then the last category is the most complimented perfume that you have. And for me, it has to be none other than, boom. This is Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait de Parfum bottle. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love this bottle. But anyway, we're not talking about the bottle. This fragrance, every time I wear it, I get so many compliments. Now, a lot of you guys may remember that I only picked this up like, it's at the very start of the quarantine. So I haven't had it that long, but I had samples of this, multiple samples that I went through. And when I would wear it, people would compliment me all the time on it. I'm not the type of person who always gets compliments on my fragrances because honestly, some of the fragrances that I like are probably not appealing so much to others, or they're not loud enough that others will smell them. So I don't really care that much about compliments, but every single time I wear this, I get at least one compliment. And when I get compliments on this, sometimes it's like after I've been wearing it for like 8 hours or so. So this sticks around. I definitely think it's compliment worthy. It has that bitter almond in it, but it still has a bit of that burnt sugar smell that Baccarat Rouge 540 is known for. And it's just one of those things that you just have to smell it. It's one of the fragrances that I think Baccarat Rouge 540, the Eau de Parfum, and the Extrait are just really hard to describe. I just feel like it's just one of those things you need to get your nose on just so you can know what it smells like. I know it's getting super popular, but I don't care. I love this one, the Extrait specifically, and obviously other people do too because I always get compliments on it. So that's it for this tag video. Thank you so much, Maria, it's MJ, for bringing this tag to the English speaking YouTube world. I felt like this was really fun to do. Make sure y'all check out her video. Like I said, I'll leave it down below. Now, as for who I'm going to tag, I usually don't tag people because honestly, I never get tagged. So anybody who wants to do this video, do it and let me know. But to play along, I will tag 2 people. So first person I want to tag is Kiko Beauty NYC because I love her. Y'all know that. She does videos about like makeup and lifestyle and weight loss and also fragrance. So I would love to see her take on this. And then the second person I want to tag is Jeanne Antoinette, and I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. But y'all make sure to check her out. She's kind of a newer fragrance YouTuber. But I really enjoy her content and I feel like our tastes are very similar, so I would love to see what she chose for these categories. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the items that I mentioned, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.